I watched the Goetia Diaries. It's about a conspiracy YouTuber. He decides to take a look at magic and work with it to learn about demon summoning. He says it's because the elites that he learns about, they use this magic, so he wants to know and learn how to utilize it for himself. This movie's weird because it's a great concept. It's an amazing concept, really poorly executed. At the very start, for an example, and I'm going to be giving this a lower rating, so I'm going to spoil some stuff here. For example, he tells us that he's about to go do this, and then one of the next scenes is his girlfriend breaking up with him before he even starts the interview process with any Satanists or witches or anything like that. His girlfriend breaks up with him because he's not spending enough time with her. But we haven't seen any of that because as far as we've heard, he's just looking into it now. So everything is done very strangely in this movie. It feels like it wasn't earned. The plot line involving his fiance, it just kind of meanders back and forth because the movie starts out with her. It starts out with her talking about something happening to this guy, and I don't remember his name. Anyway, he starts talking to different people. It starts with like a Wiccan at a tarot reading place, and then he learns how to summon demons because the Goetia is this book that I believe it's the seal of, not the Seal of Solomon, but Solomon's demons that he summoned. A great deal of them, or all of them, are in this book that you can get. And there are rituals with how to summon them. And so he wants to do that. He wants to learn how to summon a demon. And he does. He gets into it. He becomes friends with a Satanist. They start doing these black magic rituals. He tries to summon Asmodeus, specifically. But everything is done, again, so poorly. The summoning scenes are disinteresting. I don't know what he was going for with these. It should be really interesting to watch someone descend into dark magic. It's a great concept. Nobody can act in this movie, unfortunately. Though, my favorite part of the movie is he's got this friend who he only talks to over webcam, who's also into magic, but he keeps warning him against going down this path, right? And whenever he gets stressed, the friend grabs a prescription bottle, one of those orange ones, full of pills, and just chugs some pills. And it happens like 3 or 4 times during the movie. And I found it to be the most endearing thing. I absolutely loved it. Unfortunately, it's probably one of the only parts of the movie that I did like. There was a moment when he's trying to summon Asmodeus on his own where he freaks out because he saw something and he breaks the magical circle. And that's a dangerous thing to do when you're summoning a demon because the magical circle is supposed to protect you and keep them kind of in a state of servitude, right? So he gradually becomes possessed by Asmodeus himself, and that's about it. It's not really interesting. The way things are shot is poor. Bland. There was one effective sound effect. I don't know what it was, but I think it was when he was summoning Asmodeus, there was this deep, bassy rumbling in the background, and that actually made me uncomfortable because it was an uncomfortable sound. It was just a really awful scene. I seem to be able to go on about the bad ones a lot longer than the good ones. I'd give this 1 star. It isn't the most incompetent movie I've seen. He did put it together, and there are some good ideas there, but everybody involved in it can't act. It is shot very poorly. The framing, like, he's supposed to be a vlogger, but I don't get any sense of knowledge on that stuff because of how the movie is shot. Because it's all supposed to be from his cameras. It doesn't feel like he could be a vlogger, because if he was a YouTuber, you'd think he'd have a better understanding of how to make a shot look nice, because that would be the whole point of it, right? The whole movie is supposed to be vlogs, but it doesn't look like it. Once again, I say 1 out of 5 stars, unfortunately.